Welcome to a Tuesday, December the 17th, right here in Harrison, Arkansas. What are you doing there, Ann?
Trying to get out of where I have a line of sight to you that does not have a big bar in it. That's what I'm trying to do. I don't want to go to the bar this morning.
Who wanted to go to the bar this morning?
I don't want to go to the bar is what I said.
Oh, boy.
Yeah.
Would a bar be open this early?
Well, I have no idea.
Don't they close around
this
2?
Bar.
Oh, that bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I'm done.
You ever bar hop?
I don't remember even in my... I don't now, no, but I don't recall even back when I went to bars.
I used to.
Bar hopping.
I used to.
Did you?
Yeah.
Would you hop on them?
I used to bar hop with my alcoholic stepmother.
Really?
She wanted to go, and she couldn't drive.
You were DD.
Huh?
Were you DD?
I was the designated driver. Yeah. It was just the most boringest thing in the world.
How old were you, Dan?
Oh, I wasn't even old enough to drive.
Oh, crap.
I was 14 or something.
Have you ever had a DD? Have you ever used your kids as a DD?
Have you used my what?
Children.
No.
Okay.
No.
Even back in the day.
No.
Okay.
No.
Smart.
I never drove drunk. I never drank that
well,
much.
that's the whole point. You have a DD.
I know, but I never drank to the point.
Well, okay. I mean, I've had, a couple of drinks somewhere, and my kids came and got me.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're...
I knew at the time.
Throw back.
I didn't throw back, really. I mean, I could have thrown back.
Yeah.
I'd probably be sitting in that bar right now. No, you know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just never was a bar, whatever, bar fly.
Yeah, the bar's not mine.
No, it's not my home. It's a lot of people's homes.
Home. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah.
It's a beautiful day out today.
The sun is
shining. And the sun is, yes, the sun is shining and the sun is out. I mean, what I was meant to say that it's warm. You feel the heat from the sun. And that's good.
It is maybe. I don't even know where we are anymore. I'm thinking maybe that'll.
I think we were on a parallel path, and we were, throwing the ball back and forth, saying the same thing.
A volley.
We were volleying. We were volleying each other.
Wow.
Ooh,
welcome to Tuesday.
Yeah, welcome to our world.
Oh, dear.
Doesn't get any better,
You know what?
folks.
If y'all aren't laughing, we at least crack ourselves up. So that's all that matters.
There you go. This is the Crack Herself Up show.
It's a cracker show or something.
It's crackers.
Yep.
Crackers.
Woo.
Anything going on? Hey, how was the
Messiah?
Messiah last night?
The Messiah went really, really well. There was a lot of people in attendance that I feel like as the singers that we are blessed to do it.
Yeah.
And our director always reminds us, you're not just here doing this, that you're doing this for a reason.
Yeah.
And about Christmas and about Jesus.
Mm-hmm.
And I hope that other people were blessed because I know we were.
Good.
But yeah, we had a very nice, and you can watch the live.
Okay.
It was live stream, but you can go back and watch the recording of the live stream on the YouTube page, First Baptist Church, and it will bring up Messiah. So,
okay.
So if you're so inclined,
Yeah.
to hear it's an hour of beautiful music that handles Messiah.
Now, when you do a performance like that, is it a different vibe when you're doing it rather than practicing?
Most definitely. You don't have however 100 people are out there. Yeah, it is.
The feelings there. I mean,
It is, but we work we practice every Sunday for 2 hours basically.
Yeah.
Through October, November, and then up to performance time, and this is community involvement, and we're very blessed to have some very talented people in our area. So
yeah.
Great.
Well, I'm glad you got to do that.
I got to wear my gold skirt. That was the best part.
The gold skirt?
My gold skirt. I liked my gold skirt. I bought a gold skirt to wear. It was really quite, I don't know, I liked it.
Did you stand out from the crowd? Or did everybody else have gold?
Well, the soloists all wore different. Everyone was in black, but the soloist had something distinguishable, different, about their outfit.
It is it's a little frustrating when you're wanting to find out who's doing the solo. With the large group, sometimes you look
to
around.
To a mic, so it was not that was not the problem. But yeah, but that was a great idea. You're right.
Yeah, when my boys were in choir, there would be a soloist, but they never came out. They don't. Sometimes
they stayed.
You're like searching for them.
Who was his choir director?
Street.
Tom
Street. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. That was mine.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
But
anyway,
he was awesome. Good. He was a great mentor for the boys.
Well, I'm glad.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll have to tell him that because I communicate with him now and then.
He knows Ian and Gil very well. Both of them were in choir.
Does he know you?
Probably trying to forget, but yeah, he probably does.
Okay. Okay.
Anyway, we got some good weather coming around.
We do.
Yes.
Increasing.
We may have some rain, though, this evening. Some more.
Well, let's talk about it.
Okay, let's do.
Increasing clouds with a high near 57 for today with 15-mile-per-hour wind gusts possible. A 30% chance of showers and thunderstorms tonight. Mainly, though, before 11 p.m. Mostly cloudy, a low of 42, and there are again wind gusts up to 20 miles per hour. Wednesday's part. Huh?
Go ahead.
May I proceed? Would you like to?
No.
Do you have something to say?
No.
Okay.
No.
Wednesday.
No.
Wednesday, partly sunny with a high of 50, and Wednesday night low of 29. So your below freezing temps are back.
Mm-hmm.
Thursday high of.
Oh, go ahead. Oh, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Thursday is a high of 55. Thursday night low of 25. I feel like I'm going to have to run through this, people, because I'm going to do the whole thing. Friday is 40. Friday night, 23. Saturday, 47. Saturday night, 25. Sunday, 47. Sunday night, 30. And Monday is 52.
Okay.
Yo, there's always a little competition going on back here, whether you see it or not.
I'm not competing. You're the one.
You are competing.
You're the one.
You are competing.
Oh, no.
You are competing. It's okay. we each take our turn.
We take our turn.
Yep.
We both are.
We're not highly competitive. We just like to give each other crud.
Crap. Yeah.
Crap.
Yeah. There you go. You wanna jump right into our topic to ponder?
Boing! Yes,
Did we get any responses yesterday from?
Well, I'm sure we did, Dan.
Should kids be taught about Santa Claus? I think it was.
Oh, this is today's. What? Oh yeah, about Santa Claus, and there was 10 comments.
Okay.
As we said yesterday during the show, most of them were in affirmation.
In favor,
that was fine. Jim Bogardner said, "You don't like."
Duh.
We still do.
Yeah.
And I think most people feel like it is not harmful to do but we also need to teach the real meaning of Christmas, which I 100% agree.
Yeah, it's good to get a consensus, cross section of what people think, and sometimes we'll get some different answers like we hadn't even thought of.
Yeah.
Which is really nice.
Yeah.
But people have different thought processes and they think differently and they do their own thing, and that's the great thing about.
That's what makes us all.
Yes, being an American.
American.
Yes. All right, let's do some topic to ponder.
Get up, get moving, get those thinking caps on. It's time to ponder this topic.
Sorry, forgot to hit that button. Okay, today's topic to ponder for Tuesday is, what Christmas present were you overjoyed to receive? I was going to put in there as a child, but then I thought, no, what Christmas present kind of maybe changed your life or was a huge impact on you? Or
probably a bicycle. I remember a bicycle.
Yeah.
And I think that probably changed things for me because I learned to, there's a little independence with that, and there's growing and from a training wheels into.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, cool.
But I had a bunch. I had dolls and stuff that meant a lot to me. But
a bike.
But a bike.
Bicycle.
Yeah.
Okay. Mine was the G.I. Joe.
Oh, the good old G.I. Joe.
Yeah. When they came out in 62, I think. And they had commercials on all about them. I'm just like, this is phenomenal. I think this was basically the only male doll or action figure.
Right.
That introduced boys to, have an imagination and play army and that kind of thing.
Right.
And I remember getting it it was a long box, and it was just a G.I. Joe, and he had the little tags and the little uniform and the whole thing.
Did you have changes of clothes for him?
Oh, yeah. Changed his clothes, took baths with him. I mean, everything.
I did, too, not with my G.I. Joe. But with Barbie.
With Barbie,
Barbie.
Yeah, of course.
Barbie and Ken.
But I think that was a was one of the things that when you open it up on Christmas Day, you're like, wow.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's.
Did you peek at your gifts? Did you ever know what you were getting? Like even from Santa, like Santa gifts. You know, did you go down? Did you go down? I used to go down early. I think I've talked about this. Go down early and look under the tree because Mom didn't wrap.
Oh, she didn't. She didn't wrap.
Not the S gifts. Not the ones from him.
Oh, okay.
Were not wrapped.
Oh, okay. All right.
She told Santa it was okay not to wrap them. So that's how that went down.
Really?
I think she was probably up when he came. I'm not sure. But I would go down and look, and she probably just got to bed. You know what I mean?
She was tired.
And yes, and my brother and I would probably wake her up, in an hour or two after she'd probably finally gone to bed. But
that's funny.
It was always fun. It was exciting.
I always waited because parents would go to the store or something, and I would get my present, and I would peel that corner of the tape back, and peel it up, and see what the box said.
Right.
And if I couldn't see what the box said, then I was like, ugh.
Yeah. You didn't unwrap the whole thing?
No, I didn't wrap the whole thing. But I was like, yeah, I'm getting this.
Did you really do a good job of putting the tape back?
Oh, yeah.
No.
Yeah, I was really good at peeling that tape back where it didn't tear the paper.
So if I ever have that problem, I should call you up.
Why?
To peel the tape? I don't know, so it doesn't look like it's been looked at.
Oh, yeah. I'm an expert at peeling tape back.
Okay.
Anyway. We want to know what you think. What Christmas present were you overjoyed to receive?
Oh. We have shoes. Yeah, we got some.
Shoes.
We got some Nike high tops.
Oh.
Flintstones Give a Show projector, cowboy boots.
Wow.
That she wrapped. I had to wrap them myself as trying them on pre-sale was a must. I love that, Lisa. And someone got a Hello Kitty blanket.
Oh, okay.
And a really cute pink sparkly razor. So there you go.
Okay.
That's what's on here so far. We want to know your thoughts, though. Go to our Facebook page and find our graphic that has the question, what Christmas present were you overjoyed to receive?
Yeah. All right.
Sweet.
Now, let's do some history.
Okay.
We're doomed to repeat ourselves, so let's find out what happened today in history.
People thought when they first came down here they had a crazy idea. When we saw the plane fly, it was the prettiest bird we ever saw.
121 years ago, Orville and Wilbur Wright went on their first successful manned-powered airplane flights near Kitty Hawk, North Carolina. Years later, this eyewitness recalled watching history unfold.
That would be interesting, yeah.
The 27-year-old defendant sobbed, then cried, holding her hands to her face. I'm convinced, Judge McBride told her, you would have murdered President Ford if you could have.
Oh, this was back in 1975, 49 years ago. Lynette Squeaky Fromm was sentenced to life in prison for her attempt at the life of President Ford. CBS News correspondent Murray Fromson reported from Sacramento. Fromm was paroled in 2009.
Please, I request that everyone put their prayers into what has happened and the safety of Jim and the safety for anybody else that may be caught up in such a situation.
43 years ago, Brigadier General James Dozier, the highest-ranking Army officer in southern Europe, was kidnapped from his home in Verona, Italy by members of the Red Brigade terrorist group. His wife, Judith, appealed for public support. He was rescued 42 days later.
Good deal.
The bomb had been powerful enough to blow pieces of the car in which it was carried right onto a nearby rooftop. Police examination of the remnants of the car showed the bomb had been set off by a timer rather than by remote control.
This is in 1983, 41 years ago, as London shoppers bought holiday gifts, an Irish Republican army bomb exploded outside Harrods department store. 6 people were killed and nearly 100 were injured. CBS News correspondent Mark Phillips reported. And then the next one.
The Simpsons debuted on Fox 35 years ago in 1989. Fans have been getting the memorable theme of that show stuck in their heads for years.
Yeah.
There's going to be the question of leadership succession. No one's sure exactly how the leadership is going to play out over the next few days or few weeks.
13 years ago, back in 2011, North Korean leader Kim Jong-il died after more than a decade of iron rule. He was 69, according to official records, but some records indicate he was 70. Charles Armstrong, director of the Center for Korean Research, gave his thoughts on the future of the country.
I have a question.
Yep.
Is that Kim Jong-il or is it the second?
I think it's IL.
Okay.
I think.
I don't know. I was just, I wouldn't have known at all.
Today, the United States of America is changing its relationship with the people of Cuba.
10 years ago, decades after the Cold War, the United States and Cuba restored diplomatic relations. President Obama spoke on this new chapter in both nations' histories.
Miseratur nostri omnipotens Deus, et dimissis peccatis nostris perducat nos ad vitam aeternam.
This is a birthday cut. Pope Francis was born on this day in 1936. He's 88 today. Here's part of his inauguration mass in the Vatican City.
Oh, my God.
I can't do
this
it.
This place is a dump. It's a dump. You know what? It's a hellhole.
Actor and comedian Eugene Levy was born this day in 1946. He is 78. He's the only actor to appear in all 8 films in the American Pie series, and he also starred in Schitt's Creek.
Okay, and then also a birthday cut. Mike Mills of REM was born on this day in 1958. He's 66 today, and one of the big hits was Losing My Religion.
Also, country singer Tracy Byrd was born this day in 1966. He is 58, and he's one of his hits was Holdin' Heaven.
Also a birthday cut, percussionist Eddie Fisher of One Republic was born on this day in 1973, 51 today. And one of the songs that they did was Counting Stars.
And, is this one off? And lastly, actress Sarah Paulson was born this day in 1974. She's 50. She's been known for her various roles in the FX anthology horror series American Horror Story. In the 4th season Freak Show, she played conjoined twins Belle and Dot Tatler, who had dreams of being a famous singer. There you go.
Okay. All right. What's next?
We are going to take a break, and when we return, we will have Addie and Angela Jones, a daughter-mother team.
Okay.
But they're going to talk about bright beginnings. So stay tuned for that.
All right. We'll be right back.
TV channel 26.1.
And welcome back to Around the Table. We have with us in the studio Addie and Angela Jones. And Ann and I have talked about this Bright Beginnings before, and
Yes.
we couldn't figure it out. We tried to figure it out.
We did, but we didn't know all the intel.
Yeah, we didn't know all the
how
details.
we find out the intel?
Yes.
We have the creator on board, and that would be Addie Jones.
Yeah.
And Angela is very much on board with all of Bright Beginnings, and of course Addie, because that's her mom. So
Yeah.
yeah,
So how did this thing start?
yeah.
Yeah, so the original idea for it started when I was around 7 years old. I was
wow.
a huge reader, absolutely loved to read, had a book everywhere. So that's when we started kind of talking about the idea and raising money for it. And it's when I was 12 years old, so in about 2016, when we started doing our big events and really getting it off the ground. So that is when we started using the money that we had raised in order to purchase our initial stock of books. And we started having a social media presence, really letting the community know about it, and started our first big project. So that was a 50 states project where we got a book into every single state in the United States and even about 10 other countries. So since then, Bright
that's
Beginnings has just been
Wow.
really growing.
That's huge. But the whole point is to have access to books
Absolutely.
for anybody and everybody. I mean,
Trying to get books into the hands of as many kids as we possibly can.
So we know, but why don't you give your spill on how important that is for kids to read? Obviously, you know.
Yes. So the tagline of Bright Beginnings is today a reader, tomorrow a leader. And I am a firm believer that if you can read, you can do anything. It's super important to invest in children. Children are our future. And the number one way to do that is through education and literacy. So once again, the purpose of Bright Beginnings is all about getting books into the hands of children. And then on top of that, encouraging them to learn to love to read. It's one thing when children don't have access to books. That's something we're really trying to do is distribute them. But then we're also trying to engage children in reading. And that's where all the community events come and play, where we try to make reading seem like something fun and something enjoyable. So that's where we do everything, like all we have coming up in the community to get children to learn to love to read as well.
How did you get your first books? I mean, how did you had the idea, but you said to yourself, I gotta have books.
Yes. Well, the very first books was, I said, when I was like 7, 8 years old. Whenever my mom would have her famous garage sales, I would sell cold drinks and then my little toys and everything. So the very first books were just a few of them purchased from that funding.
Wow.
Yeah. Wow. Okay. All right.
Hard work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Can people give books like to Bright Beginnings? I mean, you want new books, but
we do prefer new books just because kids prefer a new book. You know, if somebody's getting one of their first books, they really don't want. We appreciate books that are worn because it means we've read them several times.
Right.
But kids who are just getting into reading would prefer a new book.
And if we are given used books, we can find a way to use them through little free libraries. But at our events, we want them to be brand new so that they see it as a gift and something that's theirs and they can really enjoy.
So monetary support is very important
Yes.
for Bright Beginnings.
Yes.
Not just books. And that way you can kind of, I guess, streamline how you buy books. You do all the purchasing yourself, I guess.
We do. And the price of books has gone up.
I'm sure it
like
has.
everything,
Yes. So we're looking for new ways. We just took a trip together to Tulsa to a warehouse sale, and we bought 11 new boxes of books this past week.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do publishers have an oversupply?
We don't even know why they really had this sale. A friend of mine said, hey, you need to go check this out. And so we last minute took a trip, and we don't even know why this sale was happening, but it was great, and we're glad they did because we bought inside one book. They were having a massive sale. Each box was $25, and I think we ended up getting over $5,000 worth of books were very, very discounted.
Are they various books or, I mean?
This was from a company called Usborne Books, and what's important or what's good about their books is that when children are learning to read, they don't put hyphenated words, so they're looking at whole words.
Yeah.
So, I mean, so these are really good books that we use, like Life Size. We have several of those, and it shows like what an actual size of some of these animals would look like. So,
your books aren't necessarily geared towards younger kids, right? I mean, aren't they like for older?
They're for children of all ages. I'd say if we did have a focus, it would be on younger children because that's when it's the most critical time for development. most of your brain, 80% of your brain develops between the ages of 3 and 5. But we do have books for everyone. We give away picture books, we give away chapter books, and then we even give away little board books to babies. So we have something for everyone.
Okay, wow. That's
awesome. How do you decide what books? Is it shopping all the time? Do you just constantly shop for books?
Yeah, throughout the entire year. But if you're asking about deciding what books we give away, we really try to cater it to the time of the year or the specific event. So, for example, at our holiday event coming up, we're going to have a lot of Christmas books in addition to everything else. But then, let's say at the Arkansas State Fair, we give away books about farms and animals because we know that's what the kids are interested in. And if they have a book about something that they love, they're more likely to get engaged with reading and enjoy that process.
And so people can, like, do they book y'all to come and talk about Bright Beginnings?
Yeah, we have a website. It's brightbeginningsbooks.org, and on there we have a form where you can request books. So you just simply put when the event is, what type of books you need, how many, and we try to do as many of those as possible. During busy times of the year like this, the holiday, we can't fulfill everything, but we try to do as much as possible, and you can book that anytime throughout the year. Wow. And the website is also where we have the address that you can mail checks to. So if anyone is wanting to support us with any monetary donations, you can go there, or our social media pages, Facebook and Instagram, are both Bright Beginnings Books, and that's where you can see any of those details to either make donations or request books for an event.
Now, on your website, are the books there that they can choose or not? How does that work?
No, we have a featured section of some of the books, but it's just simply talking about Bright Beginnings, and it has a link to those forms.
Okay.
So I don't know. I lost that question. Just made me go.
Yeah, sorry.
Just
sorry.
Like, right there. Tell me about the event you have coming up.
Yeah.
The event is on December 22nd, and it is our annual Bright Beginnings Christmas event. And it is essentially a walk-through space where you can go through all these different sorts of stations. And once again, there is something for everyone. So there are some old favorites like the Grinch and Rudolph. We have some things that are more geared toward older children, like our Harry Potter area, and that has Platform 9 and 3/4 and the Sorting Hat. And then there's some fun new additions this year. My favorite one is the Wicked area. Obviously, that's a huge blockbuster hit right now. But we have lots of Elphaba and Glinda pink and green decorations, and that one also has a little spell book and bracelet making. So essentially, you walk around, look at all those stations. We have lots of different characters, door prizes, cookies, hot chocolate, and then most importantly, everyone goes home with a book at the end of it.
Okay.
And the address is 501 North Main.
Yes, and it's from 1 to 3 p.m.
Wow. You have very creative minds.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, just from the decor. I'm thinking, they're theme oriented, and how fun to take advantage of that and go, even if you don't take a book. I mean, if you don't need a book, but if you just want to come check it out.
We have people that come back every year. They're like, we're not going to miss it. So we try to change up a few things. A few things will be the same, but we always add something new.
And go ahead.
I was going to say, are there any books that are too expensive that you'd love to have, but it's just too cost prohibitive?
The only time we really get into that is if someone says, we need, we had a teacher who used to live here, moved to Little Rock, and said, I really need these 15 books. So when we have to go specifically look for those, we're spending more money. Yeah, okay. So if we could go out and purchase our own, then just use those for events, it's more cost effective for us.
I didn't know if you had like a wish list of, we just really would love to have that book, but it's way too expensive.
No, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Something to think about.
Yeah.
So as a community, we can help by attending the events first off, but donating so that this type of thing can continue and to get books in the hands of kids.
And it is officially a nonprofit. Started back in
it became a 501c3 nonprofit in 2020.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
So if you want to write a big check, it's tax deductible.
Yes. The bigger the check, the better.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. Anything else you want to wait? Okay, after Christmas, do you have other events already kind of lined up for spring? Or
I'm not sure what our first one will be, but we do have other recurring events. In March, Read Across America Week, we always do a Dr. Seuss giveaway. We always do stuff around Easter, Shark Week. So if you follow the Facebook page, that's where we post everything.
Y'all need to go follow the Facebook page.
Yes, please
Keep up with all that.
And we partner with the Imagination Library and help with reading in the park in the summers.
I've seen some information on that, so that's wonderful.
Okay.
But the point is, get books in the hands of kids.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, thank you guys for coming in.
Yes, thank you for having
us.
us.
Thank you so much. And again, December 22nd.
1 to 3.
1 to 3,
Mhm.
501 North Main.
Okay.
Bright Beginnings.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thank
We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Hey, and welcome back to Around the Table. We're talking about all the Christmas gifts we're getting everyone.
Yeah. Hello. What are you doing, Dan?
I'm trying to find why I don't hear you. It's kind of a pleasurable thing not to hear you.
Was it?
Yeah, it was kind of nice.
Wow. Thanks so much. Well, I've been over here trying to turn into Rudolph.
Oh, yeah?
It won't stay on me. But
Hold
y'all, here we go. How's that? See, it's a red nose. What happened? Oh, where'd it go? Okay, so like I'm peeling my fingernail polish off.
You're a child.
Well, it started to peel off, and then I'm a child. I got to get rid of it. So, anyway.
Okay.
Yeah, there's all right.
That's how so have you got all your Christmas shopping done? I think there's a couple
except
more.
Except for maybe
I have
something
to do.
you just prompted me to think about.
Yeah, think about that.
For
stocking stuffers.
Stocking stuffers. Yep.
Yeah.
I wonder how Richard will like that.
We never had stockings as a kid, so I did. Yes.
What?
We never had the stockings, so I did. When I got older and got married, I mean, it was like, well, here's your stocking. I'm going.
What do you do with that?
What do you do with that?
Really?
Yeah.
Had you not even heard of the tradition?
Well, I'd seen the stockings on movies and stuff, but I thought, what's that for?
You didn't think, oh wow, I wonder what they got that I didn't.
Well, I think that we were so poor that we didn't have.
Probably not an option.
Not an option to get. Yeah.
Wow.
So,
okay. Well,
anyway,
there you go.
Yeah.
Now, is it fun to you now?
Well, I have to really think about the stocking stuffers. I mean, the stocking stuffers aren't as expensive. I mean, you can put candy in there, right?
I put candy and nuts and fruit.
Okay.
To fill. It's called filler, people.
Yeah, to make that stocking look really.
Well, you got to fill it up with some. I got big stocking. Maybe I should downsize. You know what I mean?
A little.
Maybe Rich and I should just have little bitty stockings.
What do you call those socks you put on that just go up to your ankles?
Yeah, those.
Those little things.
Yeah.
There you go.
Little anklets.
Anklets. It's this stuff.
We can put our names on them still. Anyway.
Yeah. Are you planning on going to any Christmas parties?
I have been to some, and I.
Oh, already?
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm going to, actually, I'll say something about it. Feast of Carols is this weekend. I don't know if they have any tickets left, but that's at the Harrison High School Commons, and it's
it's another music
chamber singers will be singing, and they'll be serving dinner if that's what you choose to do. But go to Harrison High School Facebook page, probably look that up. I don't know where to find it exactly, but it's called Feast of Carols. So anyway, but that's the last thing. That's not really a party, but it'll be fun. Little Christmas event.
Yeah, some companies are ditching spouses. They're having the parties, but they say we're not allowing you to bring anybody.
Why?
Well, the reason is someone's not getting invited to the office Christmas party, and we hope your spouse understands.
Oh.
Only a third of the companies are allowing a +1 this year, compared to more than half in 2021. Among the reasons employees are giving for the change is bringing along the other half may make things awkward. Plus, it can keep coworkers from mingling and bonding with the other workers.
Okay.
Some bosses don't like mixing professional and personal lives, which can make it easier when it comes to like when you fire someone.
So what's your thought?
So plus companies are cheap, which can be the problem if your wife or hubby outdrinks everyone.
Well, that could be true.
I think it's important that you bring your spouse. Yeah. If they want to come.
But do you not ever feel like? Have you ever been to a party where you felt? I'll speak in the I. I have brought Richard to things where I felt like I had to
cater to him.
To cater to him because he didn't know people.
Right.
So it did take away from some of the time, but it didn't take away from my experience.
How does he feel about being in a crowd like that?
He would just soon stay home. Honest to goodness. Well, so it's really not a problem in our life.
Does he? Would it be okay if you went to a party without him?
Oh yeah.
Oh well, then there you go. That's a problem solved.
I don't have a problem with it, and he doesn't either.
Yeah, well, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
I think.
But I think it's nice to go with your spouse too. So.
Yeah. Okay.
I'll go either way.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
I mean, do you go to places by yourself?
I go to the doctor, and I go.
But I mean, like events like that. Or would you take Kelly with you?
I mean, I've asked her to go. If she's unavailable, I'll go. Yeah. Okay. Go alone or
there you go.
Yeah.
All righty, there you go, people.
Are you on TikTok?
I am on TikTok.
Yeah, I think maybe I am. I don't know if I am or not. I don't go on there to do anything. But I see TikTok videos every now and then. So anyway, but they have these trends every now and then. But the biggest trends now is freezing marinated gummy bears.
Okay.
It's a trend that followers and other notable ways of giving yourself diarrhea. I don't know why anybody would
do
want that.
Gummy bears give you?
Well, what they do this time, it's you marinate a gummy bear in Sprite, and then you freeze them, and then it's like a styrofoam like crunch when you ingest them, I guess. And it was started by a Japanese star who figured out that how to give gummies a satisfying sound by the crunch, I guess. And by the way, all that's combined is about 35 grams of sugar.
That was a lot of crap right there. I mean, okay.
Anyway, but that's the newest trend.
Don't eat gummy bears. Which part's giving you diarrhea?
Probably the combination.
A little sugar out of that Sprite, for one.
A little sugar and a little styrofoam mixed in. I don't know.
I'm just curious. How does diarrhea fit in there? Because I had to put that in there.
Yeah.
Whatever.
In the olden days, you got a degree or a bachelor's degree or whatever. You become a professional, right? Mm-hmm. Well, the professionals nowadays are not professionals anymore. You have to be an influencer.
You're a digital creator.
Digital creator of some, and you're an expert in that area. So if you want people to respect you, your dry shampoo recommendations, just for an example, then you have to become a compelling influencer. Don't have to go to college for that. You don't have to be an expert in any other thing but the dry shampoo thing.
Hey, okay.
Are you an expert at anything?
No. Pretty much no. I don't believe I am.
That's why several schools are including the University of Texas at Austin have started offering classes on influencing.
Really? Seriously?
That's what it says.
You got to pay to know how to be an influencer.
And you'll learn how to say things like, "Hey guys," in a new and exciting way. Hey guys,
let's wait for some people to pop on. And then we'll get started. Hope everyone's having a wonderful day. My jacket came from
Yeah. Anyway,
whatever.
But you'll also learn about business contracts and from sponsors, building a channel, and outstanding analytics. One professor at the University of Alabama explains that potential influencers need to learn how to communicate effectively. And before you shade those kids, remember that the online content creator industry takes in well over $2 billion a year.
They do. These people, it's crazy what they get paid to do stuff like that. But you got to take a class. I mean, that's what they're doing is selling a class.
Well,
basically,
colleges
right?
are looking at things to make tuition, of course, and they're thinking, well, we need to jump in on this because this is where the popular trend is. Can we guarantee you work afterwards? No, but depends on if you're good enough.
Well, they can't guarantee you work anyway.
Well, I know,
no matter what field you're in.
But you're supposed to be able to be accredited in some way.
Right.
So I'm an accredited influencer.
What would you influence if you could, Dan? What would be your influence?
I don't know. I thought about this story, and I have nothing to give people. They have to have it on their own. They have to have an inner thing on their own to be something or influence someone else. Or
you have to have a passion about it, I would think.
Some things you just can't teach. You just have it.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, Dan. So, an anti-Semitism watchdog group happened upon a Tesla Cybertruck with the license plate LOLOCT7, prompting California's DMV to apologize for allowing hate speech. Do you get it?
Well, it's LOL and then OCT 7. It's like October 7th.
Right. The plate was interpreted as LOL, laughing out loud, and then October 7th, a reference to the attacks in Israel on October 7th. Except that wasn't actually the case. It turns out the truck was owned by a Filipino grandfather, and LOLO means grandfather in Tagalog. CT refers to the Cybertruck, and 7 is how many children he has. So, you know what? You just never know. Don't try to second guess people.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. In England, they drink a lot of Guinness over there. Yeah. And that's a beer, right?
That's like a dark beer. And I don't know anything about all
Guinness,
the beer things.
But there's a shortage over in the UK because pubs are issuing ration cards And the reason is because a lot of people there have been on TikTok again, and for the past few months they've been doing this challenge, and it's called splitting the G.
Okay.
And that's when you chug down enough on the first gulp that the line between the beer and the foam perfectly intersects with the word Guinness. You get it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So this means the Guinness can't keep up with the new demand for everyone gulping so much, especially in Egan. And some bars are even issuing Guinness ration cards.
Okay, this was worthy news for sure.
Another reason to not go on TikTok or be influenced by influencers.
I agree. What the heck? Okay, survey. Biggest holiday shoppers by state. Okay. What are parents in New Jersey What are parents in New Jersey so guilty about? According to new shopping data, the typical American parent will spend $461 on their kids' Christmas wish list this year. Except in New Jersey, where the average toy bill will run parents about $712.
What?
Yeah.
Jeez.
That's $251 more than the rest of the country. Or, the rest of the county. And maybe kids in South Dakota are the most practical because parents there are expecting to spend $247.
Wow.
The least in that state.
Wow.
So there you go. That's a lot of money.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, especially when everything. But you think.
And that's one child?
Well, I don't know about that.
It's probably one child.
It was not specific about that, but yeah. I don't know how much that would have been a good topic. No, they probably would have lied.
No, they wouldn't. You don't want to get involved.
They wouldn't have felt comfortable, and I wouldn't have asked that.
Yeah.
How much people spend.
All right.
All right.
How about a break?
Oh, let's take a break.
Let's take a break, and we got more for you when we come back. Stick around, stay with us. You're listening and watching Around the Table with Dan and Ann. We'll be right back. Hey, Ann.
Hey, Dan. How you doing?
I'm doing fine. How are you?
You know,
Did you get your nails
I took
done?
every bit of my fingernail polish off while we were sitting here during this show.
Okay.
But it gets us like this little place on there that won't. It starts. Why are you turning me down?
No, I'm not. I'm not doing it. I'm turning this down.
Okay.
You're fine.
You're doing something. I don't know what you're doing.
I'm not doing anything.
That's the problem.
I need to do more, right?
Anyway.
So you when did you do your nails?
Well, I had them done a week ago Friday.
Oh, a week ago. So it lasted a week.
A week and a half. Well, yeah. It started. I started having problems about a week into it. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
So tell me what women have to go through when they.
I was going to go just get a manicure, which meant, do the whole thing and take care of your nails and put some regular fingernail polish on there. Yeah. Okay. Well, I decided on gel. Well, that's a little more prep work, but you can peel them off like I just did. You're not supposed to peel them off because it's bad for your nails. And that's why I don't wear gel nails, because it's bad for my nails.
Does it make them soft?
It makes them, it thins out some of it because they have to scrape the very top of it to have an abrasive place to put the polish.
And what would a regular nail cost? Not cost, but how long would that last?
I really don't know.
About a week?
I mean, maybe.
Or about the same?
Maybe about the same.
Yeah.
But you were telling me about the things your wife uses, and I'm going to have to check that out.
Yeah. She uses something a little different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
She likes them.
Well, there you go.
And if she doesn't want them on there, she pulls them off.
Pulls them off?
I think so.
Like I just did my polish?
Yeah.
That's part of the problem for me is pulling it off.
I don't know the
creepy, but
I don't know the process or the excitement or the whatever.
We're done talking about this.
You want to talk other girl stuff?
Nope, we're done.
Okay.
Hey, but I do want to talk about this.
What do you want to talk about?
According to a new national survey, America has had it with Christmas traditions.
Oh, no, really?
For example, half of all Americans asked say they'd rather stay in their home sweats or in their home sweats or pajamas all day instead of getting dressed up for company. Then there's the 1/3 who've had it with the big Christmas turkey dinner and would just rather have pizza, tacos, or Chinese takeout in that order, according to St. Pierre's study. 2/3 of Americans say they feel obligated to follow Christmas traditions.
Well, that's just eating and socializing. Still,
you can do
they
that
still like the
any
tradition
day.
of what Christmas means, I would assume.
Well,
they didn't say anything
yes,
about that.
no. I think it's just the
the
like.
prep
Do you
and
like
all
to
that.
go? Well, or do you like to go and go to like Christmas at someone else, in someone else's house and get together?
Yeah. To a certain degree.
Yeah.
You ever go to a party, it's a family party that you say, I don't like this side of the family, or I don't necessarily.
Well, I don't know that I've ever done that, but
yeah.
I don't think I've had family that I didn't really like. You know what I mean?
I guess if you go to like 3 or 4 Christmas places or parties, or one of them you don't like as much.
That's probably true.
And you go, we got to go there again.
And growing up, we always went to Fort Smith, but because that's where my family was. But when Richard and I got married, of course, then there was another family, and there were some times where we tried to do 2 in a day. And my kids, my married child, tries to do that, and we're like, don't. That's why I say, don't worry about coming. You don't have to eat. Just come. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just come. You don't have to feel obligated to be here at a certain time, and we're just kind of whenever you can get there, and that's what we do.
We're having a family party, and it's just there's going to be food there, but it's just going to be desserts and finger food and
charcuterie.
That's it. That's what we're having. We're just getting the bologna out and rolling it up and putting the toothpick through it.
I cook a big meal for Thanksgiving, but Christmas is not.
Yeah.
I think Richard wants ham, though. We don't ever have ham.
Okay.
So I guess we'll have ham.
Do whatever you want.
I will, Dan. I think I'll put it on a charcuterie board and call it
There you go.
Good.
Just get a good charcuterie board.
Charcuterie.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's today is the Wright Brothers Day.
Like as in Orville?
Orville and Wilbur.
Wilbur.
Yeah. They lived in Dayton, Ohio. They had a bicycle shop. And that's where I was from, Dayton, Ohio.
Did you know that when you
Yeah,
lived there?
they talked big. I mean, they had statues and I think they had a museum of their bicycle shop somewhere at one time.
Oh.
But that's how they got the idea of the two motors and the chain, the bicycle chain that ran the motor, and it ran up to the propellers and the whole thing. So
it's also National Maple Syrup Day.
I love maple syrup.
You know, I have started using maple syrup where I didn't use
real maple syrup.
Yes, real maple syrup, and it's healthier than
costs a little more.
Pancake. It's better for you.
Yep.
It's also anniversary of the Scrabble game.
Scrabble.
Wow.
I love
Do you play Scrabble?
I haven't for a while, but I like it.
Are you good at it?
I don't know. I make up all the kind of words, and they say, that's not a word. I go, yes, it is.
You're a lying Scrabble player.
I know.
Well, how about that? Guess what tomorrow is, people?
Tomorrow's Hump Day.
So, we will be back at 9 a.m. to entertain you for an hour, and we'll see what I do with this. I don't know.
All
right. Have a good one.
Have a good one. We'll see you tomorrow.